On the MSP Bots apps menu, go to Settings, then Slicer. We offer a range of pre-built template slicers that can enhance your business. Simply identify a slicer that meets your needs and clone it, just as you would with a template widget or dashboard. We can also create our own custom slicers by following the steps outlined in this video. Let's get started. Click the New Slicer button on the Slicer tab. This step opens the new widget window. Next, choose your preferred slicer type. This action opens the Widget Builder window. When the Widget Builder window opens, provide the name and give a short description. Slicers give users control over large datasets by applying filters that show or hide data. When a slicer on the MSP Bots widgets is selected, filters are applied and users are presented with data relevant to their task or goal. Next, go to Data Source and click the plus button to add a slicer. Select New Layer on the window that appears. The dataset we need to add should align with the datasets of the widgets that will be connected to the slicer. Add columns by selecting an option from the column name drop-down list and assigning an alias and business type for each. Don't forget to select the checkbox for Remove Duplicate Data, then click the Save button. Next, go to Config Text. Input the alias from a field selected in the data source. The values of the text will be visible in the slicer options. Value. Input the alias from the field selected in the data source. This value will be used to look up and filter connected widgets. Query params. The field used to connect the slicer to the widget. Any text or value can be input here. Placeholder. Input the text to show on the slicer field before a value is chosen. Filter label. Input the slicer's label. Default value. Select all or only first. Selecting all sets the default slicer value to all the available values. Thus, the widget linked to this will show all the data for the value. On the other hand, selecting only first sets the default slicer value to the first available value for the slicer. Multiple mode. A checkmark on this checkbox allows the user to select multiple values in the slicer. Click Apply. This will show a preview of the slicer that you have created. And there you have it. We've successfully created our own slicer.